with a name like that. And Gunnar was just an awesome horse. Another paint horse, was absolutely awesome.
Rudolf Kronsteiner now for Austria, and Little Dry Peppy.
Well, Rudy's been one of the top European competitors, and in fact was the NRHA High Point World Open champion last year. Little horse, so this is a different one to what he was showing there, but very seasoned campaigner and excellent rider, excellent trainer.
There's just no reaction from the horse whatsoever to all the cheering and whistling.
I mean, look at that horse. Never just reached up in the air, just rolled back over his hocks. Beautiful. I think you tend to find that any horse Rudy rides, it's going to be in the top 20, and in a lot of cases in the top 10. So, I mean, it's a classic Rudy. I mean, just look at the length of the reins with the stop and the run down. That's the way he shows his horses and gets them so broke. But, she never touches them. Great.
The score of 217 for Rudy Kronsteiner. Matt Mills now for the USA on Easy OT Whiz, and it's another first timer at international level here. He's the youngest of the American squad at just 27.
Well, Matt's been coming along very, very good, very strong. I mean, I remember seeing him when he was a little youth kid, and it's kind of fun to see him get up into the big time, and been doing very, very well. And he was their leading rider going into the competition, I believe, and that shows a lot for the youth to come. That's what we need for Great Britain, a lot of youth coming into it as well, so that we've got a lot more teams ready, people ready to come along and take over the mantle.
Now it's important to get into the canter or the lope without breaking into a trot.
Oh my God, yeah. Up to 2 strides of trot is a half-point penalty. Over 2 strides and you're in a 2-point penalty. So there's a lot of, and making sure you go off on the correct lead, you'd have a 1-point penalty if you didn't get straight off in it. Yes, so that's why with that pause they'll set the horse up. I mean, in this level of competition, they cannot afford to have penalties. You can have a lot of pluses in the manoeuvre evaluation, and he's running out pretty nice now. Lead change spot on. If they're too early with the lead change, it's a 1-point penalty. If they're late by 1 stride, it's a half-point penalty. If they're late by over that, it's another 1-point penalty. So really, really precision is what it's all about. Again, just look at this horse staying relaxed, staying collected in a nice slow canter on a loose rein like that. They're just a pleasure to ride. That's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Well, if you watch the crowd as he canters past, you get an idea of the speed, because you see just how much the crowd is a blur.
You want to see lead changes, that's about as good as it gets. So you had a lovely set of fast circle, a lovely slow circle on loose rein, lovely fast circle, beautiful lead change, and you've got to go with the pluses. There is no option. There's a difficult one. Horse got a bit hung up in there and had to really reach up, so I mean, that would detract an awful lot. It's a good job he didn't go any higher than that, otherwise he'd had a 5-point penalty, and that would be terrible. Horse doesn't like his rollback, does he? When he just gets itself stuck in the ground, has a real problem getting out of that. It doesn't look smooth. It's, you're not going to crucify it for it, but just when we've seen those other ones, it looks so smooth, and we look at Rudy's rollback from the early one, I mean, it was beautiful. And there's what we call a bad start, and you saw the horse come up in its back, didn't run down, he come up in its back, and then couldn't stay in the ground. All those beautiful circles were slightly out of the window there.
Still gets a score of 217.5, so not bad there at all for Matt Mills on the USA. So we're into the final line of riders now in the team competitions, so Any placing in the top 20 is likely to see these riders through to the individual competition. Rick LeMay now for Sweden on Done It With Charm.
Well, I've known Rick for quite a lot of years because I used to go to Sweden a lot and do a lot of teaching. And yeah, so it's great to see, although he's American by birth and thing, but he's lived in Sweden and for a long, long time. And it's great to see Sweden in it. I mean, you know, that shows that, again, the depth of Reining has gone to. I mean, he's a little country with a population of some 9 million people like that, and every time they have to go to a show, I mean, it's like 4 to 10 hours travel somewhere to get around Sweden. But it's great to see this happening. And very nice scores.
Total of 214.5, and that puts him into 22nd, which might mean will mean he doesn't make it through. He just misses out on individual qualification.
That's a shame.
And here's Doug Allen for Great Britain on Yelena My Way.
Yep. Doug, a very experienced judge and competitor. Again, American by birth. Mary Francesca got his British passport and has shown for Great Britain.
And he's on his second choice horse here. His first horse failed the vet's inspection.
Well, that would be a shame. That puts it's a bit like Johnny, makes it a little more difficult for him.
Yeah, and he's another one who just misses out on qualification, but a good score of 213.5. So last in, Dwayne Latimer for Canada on Hang 10 Surprise. Got to be one of the favourites.
Well, yeah, Dwayne has always been, a tough competitor, been around for many years. As I said, I met him first in Italy when he was working out there, and he's been back in the States, and he's just been winning everything, everywhere. I mean, lovely start. I mean, you didn't even see a bobble in that. Lovely cadence, lovely rhythm, correct, pleasing. When you're judging, you always count the number of spins, and so you think you've counted to 4 twice now, like that, and then you multiply that by numbers. You go to sleep at night counting spins. You don't have to count sheep, just count spins. But again, 2 really nice sets of spins.
Now this is a 6-year-old stallion. He's had this horse since it was 2 years old. Is it important to have them really right from the start?
If possible, yes. I mean, you ought to have them because at least you know that you've been training them from the start. And I mean, and you'll see it. I mean, awesome again. I mean, beautiful. But yes, they started correctly. They're built through the 3rd year where they show them, and then you've got the maintenance program. So it's very much easier to work as a team because they know each other inside out. Again, I mean, look at the speed that he's going at. I mean, he says, give me a +1, I need a +1, and he said, you can have a +1.
Barely a hint of an instruction to the horse.
Well, as I said, just to briefly look at it, I mean, you know, he's done 4 manoeuvres. He's already on a 73 probably in the judge's mind there. So
it's the first of the stops now. Big cloud of dust, hard to see from that camera angle just how good the stop was.
You can pretty well say it's going to be in the pluses, though. I mean, just by the physical effort of that horse going out. And okay, so I was just done something that physical and comes out soft, and then he does it again. You know, just comes in really nice, comes back over himself.
Makes it look very, very easy.
And then just look at the way he comes up and just says, "That's okay. Oh, we've got a 3rd one to do. We'll just go ahead and do it." You know.
Because he'll be looking to secure the team gold they'll be after. Don't know if it'll be quite enough.
That's got to be our first place horse so far we've seen. I mean, my book, that's up in the 75s, 76 round, something like 75, 76, somewhere in that. And I'm not judging it really, but I'm just looking at it from the video, and it's so nice.
Well, he's got a score of 225.5, which does put Dwayne Latimer into the top place, but it's not quite enough for the Canadian team. They'll be in silver medal position. The Americans, of course, out in front with gold. So it's going to be all to play for in the individual competition. Confirmation of Dwayne Latimer's score there, 225.5.
Is that over around about 75, 76?
So yes, the results there mean that United States get the team gold, Canada get silver, and in the bronze medal position is Italy, Germany, just 0.5 of a mark behind. So the American team getting the gold medals there once again, being presented by the President of the FEI, Her Royal Highness, Princess Haya of Jordan. Who is it who'll get the individual honours?
Well, it's going to be a superb event. No doubt and no question about it. It will be incredible because it's chips to the wall and everybody will go for it.
So day 2 of the reining competition, and it's every reiner for themselves. The fight for individual honours is about to get underway. On the final day of the FEI World Equestrian Games 2006, the atmosphere here couldn't be more electric. Well, first in we've got Francesca Sternberg for Great Britain on Just Gotta Shine. This is a different pattern
Very
today.
serious.
Different pattern. They start with a clean sheet. The scores from the team round don't count here. Francesca's the only British rider to make it through to the individual competition. 21 riders went through in all.
Not quite as much cadence as some of those, well, not so much as some of those wonderful super horses there, but still good. Needs, I mean, we're seeing a good run, but I mean, it's you know, when you look at the horsepower that Dwayne had, Tim had in the team events, let's hope that you'll see that's a much bigger, much stronger horses around. But she's doing good. Comes back nicely. A little early to get you into the... I mean, we're not being picky. We're just saying to get into the +1 as you see those horses come in and be still flat out and change and slow down. Yeah, they're still in good shape. I mean, we're still looking to some +1/2.
She was 17 at the end of the first round, the team competition. She'll be looking to improve her score of 217.
As you said, it's a clean slate final, so everybody's got everything to go for. There'll be no point in having any protection in this one, you know, trying to make it so easy. It's absolutely out there, so mark me, I want to win.
You don't have to worry about the responsibility of competing for your country anymore.
That's right.
It's just every rider out for themselves.
Good start. Roll back. Okay, comes out nice and soft. You see, we know a lot of horses. I mean, you see horses that, especially like you sometimes see in the show jumping, that once they've done one manoeuvre, like the one show jump, I mean, they start taking off, leaving town. These horses stay with them. Really got deep in the ground there. Good. Yeah, I think he's worn out. I think he said, I'm tired, I'm not going anymore.
making sure the crowd get behind him and give him that extra bit of oomph there. She looks very pleased with that score. The great British supporters there being very happy as well.
Peter Lane jumping up and down. A good effort to get into the finals, you know. Yeah, I think that's what we've got to say to all these riders. To make it to these finals has been pretty good.
Well, she's improved on her score in the first round. She's got an extra half point, 217.5. So that puts her into second at the moment. Not too likely to stay there, though, sadly.